Hello guys, welcome to A to Z. Today we'll be talking about how to create this kind of maps in QGIS. In the part 2 of this video, we will also be seeing how to do the spatial analysis in the map as well. So stick on to this video to learn how to use QGIS. So first of all, we will get introduced to the interface of the QGIS. I assume that you have already installed the QGIS. If you haven't, please follow the link from the description below to install the QGIS for free. So let us begin. At the left side, you will see a browser panel. From here, you will see your desktop files to import different datasets. You will also see the different kinds of databases like the PostgreSQL, MS SQL Server, Oracle, Clouds, and other sites for inserting or importing your datasets. At the lower side, you will see the layers panel. Here we import our spatial datasets for creating our maps and doing spatial analysis. You can already see I have imported a population density, states, country lines for this map. At the lower side, you will see different parameters like the coordinate of the map, scale, magnifier, rotation, render, and the coordinate reference system. From here, we can select our coordinate reference system. And at the upper left side, we will see different menus like the project. From here, we can import and export and save files. You will see edit, view, different kind of view tools here. You will see the layer for adding different kind of data sets and layers, settings for customizing the interface. You will see plugins here. You can install plugins from this menu. You will also see the vector and raster tools, the database, web, mesh tools, and processing. From here, we can do most of our spatial analysis and help. So this is it for the interface. Next, we will be creating this map from scratch. So in order to create a new project, we will select this blank page and our Canva will be set as new, or we can go to the project and select new. Now we will go to our browser and we have to choose which kind of map we want to create. Is it a world map or a country map? If it is a world map, we will go to natural earth admin.0 dataset. That dataset will give us the whole world boundaries spatial dataset. From that, we can create our world map. And if you are interested in building a country specific map, then we can type SDX, the specific country name, Indian administrative boundaries. Since in this video I will be creating Indian map here, press enter. And if you are looking to build a different country map, just type SDX, that country name, and administrative boundaries, and it will work. Now we will scroll down and select the India subnational administrative boundaries. And we will scroll down. We can see the Indian map here. We will select the first one, geo boundaries, India administrative one. We will download this one. We can see that it has already downloaded. We will go to the folder. Here is the file. Now we will create a new folder and name it Project India. Project India, and drag this file into this folder and go to the folder. Now we want to import this file or dataset into the QGIS. We will simply just drag this folder into the QGIS and let it off in the layers section, and it will automatically import itself. We will select this file or select all and add layers, and we can see that the spatial datasets for the Indian boundaries are here. We can also import it from layers, add layers, and select the specific dataset, vector layer or raster layer, mesh layer, or CSV or other databases from where we need it. So now since our map is here, let us edit it. So first we will right click on it. We will go to the open attributes table and see what informations we have in this dataset. We can see that we have the state names under the variable name, shape name, and other informations. Close it and let us go to the properties again from right click, and from there we will go to the symbology and select a single symbol. We can select the colors by simply clicking on the simple fill and change the color to white. I would increase the stroke width, which means the lines, it will be thickened. The line style also, I will leave it as solid and apply. Okay, now we can see that the map is white now and the boundaries are showing clearly. Now we want to see the state names under the boundaries of the different states. To do that, we will again right click on the boundaries from the layers, go to the properties, and we will go to the labels, select single labels, and from the value we will select the shape name, because we have seen in the attributes table that the state names was under the shape variable. The font style will be open sans style regular, and the size we will leave it as 10, and the color it will be black, and apply. Okay, now we can see the state names in different state boundaries. Now let's say we want to see all the seaports in the India in the map. So we need to import that data set as well. Before editing it further, we will just rename this layer name to country border lines, country or boundaries, just boundaries. Now let us search for the seaport dataset. We will again go to the browser and type STX Indian seaports. Press enter. Select the first link. Scroll down and download this first file, which is a zip file. Download. It has been downloaded. Go to the folder and bring it into the project India file. It is recommended that you use a specific dedicated folder for all the datasets for your QGIS project. And this, since this first one was the boundaries and the second one is for the seaport, so I'll create another subfolder here and name it seaports. Inside that I will extract all the files for the seaports. Go to the file and extract it here separately. It will organize your data sets and it will be easy to handle everything. And now we can see the seaports dataset has been extracted, and now we will track the seaports file, which is the GPKG file format. Now select the seaports dataset and drag it into the QGIS and send it off into the layers. Select all and add layers. Now we can see the seaports as these round objects. We can select unselect the files. We can see that this one is the seaports here. We don't need this one. We will just remove this layer. Okay, and now we want to edit the color of these round shapes, which is indicating the seaports. We will again right click on it, go to the properties, symbology, single symbol, and we can see the simple marker here. We will color it as a blue. Since it is seaport, it goes with it. Now the seaports are shown into the map. Now let us add a population density into our map. Note that the datasets we have used until now are all vector datasets because the lines, the areas of the states, the points all are under the vector dataset, but the population density which we are going to use now, it is a raster dataset. And if you don't know what is a vector dataset or raster dataset, please Google it and learn what kind of datasets they are and what they mean, because you will be needing them to create different kinds of maps and do spatial analysis. So we will again go to our browser and type for the raster dataset, that is the Indian population density. For that, we will go to the World Pop website. From there, we can find any population density of any country. We will select the first link. Sorry, not the first link. The second one, World Pop. And from this website, we will go to the data and scroll down and search for the population density. Here it is. We will select this one. We can already see there are 9,955 data sets already there. We will select this one, unconstrained individual countries, UN adjusted 1 kilometer resolution, and this page will be shown, and from here search for India or the country you are working with and press enter. We can see the Indian population data set. We will download the most updated one, which is 2020, and selected data and resources. Scroll down and select this one, the latter one, SKXYZ zip file. Click on it and it will start to download. We can see it is downloading. It is 50.6 MB. Let us wait. So it has been downloaded. We will go to the folder and bring it to the project India. Now we will again create a new folder for the population density and name it population density. Press enter. Bring the file into the density folder and extract it here. Extract all. Extract. And once it is extracted, drag the file similarly to the others and release it into the layers section again, and select the first one and add layers. And we can see that our map has changed and it is black now. We have to edit the colors and shades for the population density. Before that, we will rename the population density file and name it population density. Press enter. Now we will right click on it and go to the properties again and symbology. Now in the render type, we will select the single band pseudo color, and we will click on this one, minimum max value settings, and select the cumulative count cut 2 to 98. And for this I am choosing the red color shades or ramp. I will click classify, apply, and okay. I can see the color shades are here. I will again right click on it and go to the properties and go to the transparency. I will make it transparent and give it 30% or 31% and apply OK. And I can see the color shades of the population density. I will increase the opacity so that both the boundaries of the states and the population density are well shown. I will leave it 50%. Now let's see what happens. I can see it again. I will have to increase it to make it even better looking. I will give it 60%. Apply and OK. Okay. And you can see that the seaports are not showing well. To solve that, we will select the seaport and drag it up over the population density, or just bring down the population density and rearrange it. First will be the country boundaries, then will be the population density, and at the final or top, the seaports. Now we can see the map very clearly. We can see that Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and West Bengal are the most densely populated areas. Now let's say we have finished creating our map and we want to see the legends of the map and also want to export it. So in order to do that, we will go to the project and select a new print layout and give a name to it, India, and press enter or OK. And there will be a new window, and from here select add item, add map, and cut or drag the operator, and it will bring the map in here. You can see the map here, and again go to the item, add item, and select add legends and drag it here. You can see the legends are here. I want to place them right here. Okay. And if you want to edit the legends, just right click on it and select item properties. From there you will have the options to edit the legends. If you want to remove it or add it or rename it, you can do it from here. Uncheck the auto update first and scroll down. You will see different options. This negative sign will allow you to remove any legends. This positive sign will allow you to add more, and this pencil sign will allow you to rename any legends. Since we have already renamed all the data sets initially at the layers, we don't need to. I will just close it. Now I want to export this map along with the legends. To do that, I will select the layout, and here I will say export as image, export as a SVG, and PDF also. I will just select the export as image. Since I need the image, I will name it India project and select a specific folder. I will just select the project India folder where I have our datasets and save it. And you will see the export resolution, which is 300 dpi, and 300 dpi is a high resolution. Now let us save it and see what happens. And it is exporting. It will take a few moments to export, and it says it has successfully exported it. Now go to the folder where we have saved it as an image, project India, and we can see the India project, and open the image, and we can see our map is in high resolution and everything is showing very clearly, and we can use it in our academic or professional purposes. So this is how you use the QGIS for creating maps. And in the next part of this video, I'll show you how to do the spatial analysis with your map and spatial data sets. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please do subscribe to my channel for another useful video. Thank you.